Leave her ASAP as a guy. If you see her showing you these signs, I tell you, leave her. Don't waste your time to salvage anything. Leave her ASAP when you see these signs showing. Hi guys, and welcome once again to Bengarzi TV. If you have not subscribed to this channel, please do by clicking on the subscription button, which is always below, and also on the bell next to it, so you get notified whenever content is posted on Bengarzi TV. So today on Bengarzi TV, we are looking at the signs you would pick up if your woman is moving on, if she's moved on, if she's seen someone else, if she's cheating on you. These signs don't lie. They always show up right in your face. So sometimes as men, turn a blind eye to these signs. But my brother, don't turn a blind eye to these signs. When you see them, proceed ASAP in moving on. Move on, because clearly a woman has moved on, has left. Psychologically, she's out of the relationship, she's moved on. These signs don't lie. And when they begin to show, I will tell you this: don't waste your time trying to, as it were, save the relationship. Don't waste your time, as it were, trying to salvage it, because it won't work. When women have moved on, when they begin to show these signs, they have moved on. And there's no turning back for women when they've moved on. Some try to pretend to act. Eventually, it won't work. You would have wasted your time in trying to salvage. So I'm telling you, don't try to salvage it when these signs begin to show. Move on, because she has moved on. As simple as that. Be in control as a man, be in charge of your emotions as a man, be strong and deal with the issues when they come. Move on if she shows you these signs. So the first sign I need to tell you today that you must always watch out for in a woman you are with when they are moving on, when clearly they've moved on, is when they begin to give you the "I am busy" excuse. The busy excuse is always a big warning sign to you that a woman has moved on. In this world, nobody is too busy for the ones they love. Nobody is too busy for the ones they cherish. If a woman loves you so much, as it should be, they will always make room. They will always make time for you, notwithstanding their busy schedule, notwithstanding how busy they are. They will always find time for you. They will always make time for you. So when a woman begins to tell you the excuse of, "I couldn't call you, I couldn't text you, I couldn't respond to your call or respond to your text, I couldn't check up on you throughout the whole day because I was busy," my brother, it only means she's moved on. Emotionally, psychologically, she's moved on from the relationship. She could be seeing someone else. If not, she's moved on. And like I said, don't waste your time trying to salvage, because it won't work. When the woman begins to give you the excuse of, "I was busy and so throughout the whole day I could not check up on you." When a woman does not check up on you the whole day, when you don't, and when you ask why, the reason consistently is, "I am busy. I was busy with A. I was busy with work. I was busy with that." My brother, truth is that she's moved on. Either she's seeing someone else and so dedicating all her time for that person, or she's just not feeling you and she's moved on. Like I said, when you see this sign, don't waste your time. Move on. Confront the situation and move on as a man. Deal with the emotions. If you are so much into it, you'll get over it one way or the other. Move on. Don't waste your time further in there, because a woman has moved on. Anytime you see your woman consistently giving you the excuse of, "I was busy, I am busy. That's how come I couldn't reach out to you. That's why I couldn't check up on you. That's why I couldn't respond to your chats or calls," your woman has simply moved on. You deal with it and move on too. It's as simple as that. First sign you pick up if your woman has moved on or is seeing someone else aside yourself. Now, the next sign you will pick up as well is when your woman begins to nag frequently, when she begins to complain about almost everything around you, when hitherto she wasn't like that. That is a sign that your woman has moved on, is seeing someone else, and clearly is getting tired of you. And so she's beginning to nag. When we say nag, you know what I mean by nag. When women nag, you know what I mean by that. They talk and complain about almost everything. Sometimes some of the things they talk about really don't make a lot of sense, don't really add up. But they are saying it and accusing you of that. It's a sign, or rather, of they haven't moved on. Sometimes they complain about even how you look. I've looked this way since you met me. What has changed? But they complain, perhaps because the new person they are seeing looks differently, and they like how the new person looks. So then they begin to complain and nag around you, even with your looks and how you look. You don't hang out with my friends. You don't go out with me. You are too this. You are too that. You are too that. Meanwhile, I have been like this since I met you, and you didn't complain throughout. What has changed? What has changed is that she's seeing someone different, and that person is different from you, with your looks perhaps, with how he acts around her, with how he handles her. So she's beginning to complain about you and everything about you. When a woman begins to nag atrociously, outrageously, it's a sign that she clearly has moved on. She is seeing someone else, and that person, she's loving that person so much, you're beginning to annoy her. You're beginning to get on her nerves. So she begins to complain at the slightest of move. She's complaining, she's nagging. It's a sign of what you cannot play with. That's a sign number 2. Don't play with this one. It happens a lot in relationships. When it happens, like I've said earlier, move on. You see, the mistake men make sometimes is that we think that we can salvage situations when things are going bad. Don't waste your time on that. Move on. It's as simple as that, or rather. Don't waste precious time trying to salvage. Move on when you see these signs, 2 of them showing up. That's warning sign number 2, when your woman is cheating or seeing someone else aside yourself. Moving on from there, and this one is very interesting, but you need not to play with it. Now, another thing that you must note, when your woman, someone you've loved all this while, the 2 of you have been going out for all this while, now struggles to tell you, I love you. You might think it's nothing huge. It is a big deal. It is a big deal. When your woman begins to struggle to say, I love you to you, when a woman cannot anymore tell you, I love you, like she used to previously. You see, I love you is something that our women find so easy to say. Women find it so easy to proclaim their love. They do good at that. They are so good at that. Woman will just, I love you. And they say it and say it so well. So when a woman suddenly begins to struggle to say, I love you to you, struggle to tell you, I love you, I don't know what else you're waiting for, rather. She's moved on. She's saying that to someone else. She is saying that to someone else. She's moved on. So it's something you cannot play with. If your woman now struggles or cannot say I love you to you anymore, it is the biggest sign that she's moved on. And you don't have to fight it. Don't battle it. Move on as well. When she's unable to tell you I love you, she's unable to say to you in your face, I love you, move on. This is simple and straight. I won't waste time on it. Move on. It's as simple as that, because she is saying that to someone else. If she struggles to tell you I love you, she's left you. She's seeing someone else. Move on. ASAP. Moving on from I love you, how about this? When she again hardly now sends you messages, she hardly chats you, she hardly initiates a chat like she used to do. She'll wake up in the morning and she's almost always the one initiating the chat, a conversation, texting you or calling you. Suddenly, all that ceases. She's no more texting you frequently. She's no more calling you frequently. She's no more chatting you frequently. Huh. Something is wrong somewhere or other. It is not for nothing. Something is obviously wrong somewhere. Your woman is either, I'm sure, seeing someone else, or is not into the relationship anymore and is moving on. Because you see, women as they are very expressive. When they are with someone, they almost always want to hear from the person because they enjoy the company. They enjoy hearing your voice. They enjoy knowing that, the conversation is ongoing and it's all sweet and all love and all awesome. So when she begins to withdraw, then these things also would cease. She would no more be calling you frequently. She won't wake up in the morning and you are the first thought on her mind, and so she wants to call you. She wants to text you. When these things cease, it is not for nothing. There's something wrong. She's either seeing someone else, so is doing that with the other person, or she's moved on. So when the calls cease, when the texting ceases, when the WhatsApping goes down, and she's no more comfortably chatting with you and beginning conversations with you, yeah, she's moved on. It's sad. You must move on as well. One other point or sign, and this one I'm sure, like the one that had to do with when she struggles to tell you I love you. This is also a very obvious one. When you notice that when you get intimate with your girlfriend, when you try to kiss her, she doesn't kiss you back passionately. She seems not to be enjoying your kissing or your kisses. It's a sign as well that she's no more enjoying you. Someone else perhaps is giving it to her in a better way. Let me be as blunt as I can be. She's enjoying it with someone else much better than yours. Because when your woman begins to withdraw and is enjoying and seeing someone else, they struggle to open up with you again. And so when you're kissing her and she's no more passionate about the kiss, it's a sign as well that you cannot play with. She's moved on. That is another sign you cannot play with. Let's move on from there to one other sign, and this is, when you're in a relationship, you're very intimate. These things are things you don't play around with. Eye contact is one thing. When you're talking to someone and they struggle to look you in the eye, they struggle to really give you the eye contact, it means something is wrong. I'm not talking about people who are shy. When someone is shy, you know that. They struggle to give eye contact. But when the person is not shy, I'm talking about a boyfriend-girlfriend situation here, and the person begins to struggle to maintain eye contact with you, it communicates a lot. Eye contact means a lot in communication. And so when your woman begins to struggle to keep eye contact with you when talking to you, or when you're talking to them or her, something is wrong somewhere. In the back of their mind, they are feeling guilty. They feel bad. They feel guilty. So they can't look you in the eye. That's what it is. So eye contact is so important in relationships when communications come in. So when a woman begins to struggle to look you in the eye, maintain eye contact, when I have a conversation, it's a big sign that something is wrong somewhere. She feels guilty somewhere about something she's doing, so she can't look you in the eye. These things are deep. She can't look you in the eye. Something is wrong at the back of her mind. She knows she's guilty about something. She's seeing someone else, so she cannot look you in the eye. She feels bad about it. That is a sign you don't play with as a man around your woman. It's important to take note of that and watch it. The last one I will leave you with, it's to do with our phones. Like it was with the men, women as well become very protective of their device, the phones, when they are cheating on their men, because they don't want you picking up a sign or seeing a call on the phone, a message on the phone that might give them away. So they become protective of their phone. Wherever they go, she takes the phone with her. Wherever she's going, the phone is with her in the house. Hitherto or previously, she wasn't acting that way. Her phone was let loose. Her phone was lying all over the place. But now, she's particular about her phone. She goes wherever she goes with her phone. That is a big sign you must not play with. Again, still with her phone, she begins to text other people. And look at the facial expression she makes when she's chatting with other people. It gives a lot away. When someone is enjoying a conversation with someone she or he loves, the face communicates a lot. The face gives out a lot. So be critical in how you assess and how you watch your woman when she's chatting perhaps on the phone or talking with people on the phone. It gives a lot away. These are things you must always be smart about in looking at, because they give you a lot of ideas. But like I said, as a man, in conclusion, when you see these signs, don't try wasting your time to salvage. It won't work. Move on as well. Women move on, and when they've moved on, they've moved on. Nothing can change the situation. Nothing will bring her back. So when they begin to show you signs they've moved on, I'm appealing to you, gentlemen, take charge of your emotions, fight against it, be strong, and move on. You will be okay, and you'll find someone who will cherish you for who you are, than trying to waste your time to salvage something that eventually will not work for you. This is how we live it today. The signs you pick up when your woman is cheating on you. And like I said, leave her ASAP if you see these signs. She's cheating on you.